Today we are going to talk about the Hong Kong PhD Fellowship Scheme. This is one of the prestigious scholarship in Hong Kong for PhD students. This is only for the PhD students, and two major plus point of this scholarship is that number one is that you don't need the acceptance letter. Like if you don't have the acceptance letter from a supervisor, you can apply. It is not a restriction. Like you don't have the acceptance letter, you cannot apply. No, if you don't have an acceptance letter, you can also apply and you will be considered for the PhD fellowship scheme on the criteria of your proposal, PhD proposal. And the second is that if you are living in a non-English speaking country and you don't have the requirement of IELTS, you did not appear in the IELTS, but your previous studies were in a English speaking university. Your course was delivered in English and you can provide them a proof that uh, proof of the English proficiency certificate which is issued by your previous university, then you can also apply. And there is chances that you are selected for this PhD without IELTS. So if we talk about the Hong Kong PhD fellowship scheme, for the background, it is established by the Research Grant Council of Hong Kong in 2009. The Hong Kong PhD Fellowship Scheme aims at attracting the best and brightest students in the world to pursue their PhD studies in Hong Kong universities. So this scholarship for only PhD studies. Eligibility is that if you want to pursue your PhD studies in these eight universities, then you can apply. Fellowship award they offer like 42,000 annual stipends. They also offer a research related travel allowance of 17 USD dollar, 1700 USD dollar per year, and they will select 300 PhD fellowship will be awarded in 2013 and 23 and 24 academic year. So selection panel, if you are if your major is related to sciences, medicine, engineering and technology, humanities, social sciences and business studies, then you can apply for this scholarship in these eight universities. Selection criteria, you will be selected according to your academic excellence, research ability, and potential communication and interpersonal skills and leadership abilities. This one is the major, the research ability and potential. If you have a application, then there is a lot of chances you are going to be selected for this scholarship. But if you don't have any publication, I think you can also apply for this scholarship. But your research proposal must be strong. So if you go to the participating universities, there is eight different universities. Some universities are offering the engineering related subject and other universities are offering the social studies, medicines, etc. So if I open to the city university, first look for the application procedure. To apply for this scholarship, you have to apply on two different website. The one is that you have to apply for the on the website of Hong Kong PhD Fellowship Scheme, where you will put your personal details and you will select two universities from these eight universities, eight participating universities in this program. So for the initial application, it is very easy. You just make your login. You will give your personal details, and it will give you a reference number. This reference number is needed when you are going to apply for the proposed universities. So first you have to initially apply on this website, and then you have to select a university and you have to apply in the proposed universities where you will give the reference number which is shown by this initial application. So two step for the application. First is initial application, and in the initial application, you have to select like two universities from these participating universities. You have to search these participating universities, and you have to see like if you have the department related to your interest, related to your previous studies or your research areas. And you have to put the information of two universities in your initial application, and they will give you a reference number. That reference number is very important. It's needed when you are going to apply for the proposed universities. So for the participating universities, there is 8 universities. You can check the fields of PhD studies, admission requirement, online application, and research at the relevant universities. There is 8 universities. You have to check every university, and you have to see if you can look for your department where you want to pursue your studies. So I'm going to look for the City University, field of PhD studies, admission requirement, online application. So research areas, so you can see different colleges in the city universities. As my major is mechanical engineering, I want to find that if this university is offering the PhD studies in the field of mechanical engineering, College of Engineering. So here I have seen Department of Mechanical Engineering. So I go to the department website. Uh, I want to look for the supervisor. So you go to the people, academic staff. So here in the academic staff, I can see there is different faculty members, and I am going to look for the profile of each academic staff or professor or supervisor, and I want to find about their research interest, so I can look that if their research interests are according to me, and then I am going to email them if they are going to offer me um, a supporting letter or acceptance letter. So for this supervisor, it's search interest and two-phase flow and boiling heat transfer. So we can see their research interest, and if I think that their research areas and research interest are according to me, I just copy their email and I email them. And before trying to send the email, you have to see their publications and try to read one or two um, paper published by him, so you get a better idea. So this is how we are going to we are going to see the in professor for our research areas. So this is how you are going to find about the professor. If you want to send them email for your PhD studies. So you tell them like you want to do your PhD in their supervision. So you can look your department in the website of the university, application procedure and steps. So basically, most of the universities are also needed the application fee. It's near about like 200 or 300 Hong Kong dollars, not USD dollars, Hong Kong dollars. For the application procedure, you have to first you have to apply on the research grant website here on this website, and they will give you a reference number. Then you go to the university where you want to conduct your PhD. You have to open their website and and make your login information and provide them all of your application documents and whatever they needed. So for the city university, I click on the admission. First is getting started. So check for the admission requirement, read notes for the applicants, read admission handbook. This is very important. You have to open it and see the information related to the PhD applications. This is very important. You yourself have to look it. I'm not going to talk about it. If you look it yourself, you will find all the information related. So for getting started, I think you have to make the login, you have to make your documents ready for it, explore and prepare, search for the research areas, search for the potential supervisor. You have to contact the supervisor if they want and ask them if they want to support you for your PhD studies and give you the acceptance letter. If you have the acceptance letter, then there is chances you get the admission easily. But for the Hong Kong PhD fellowship scheme, if you don't have the acceptance letter, then you can also apply it. Then create a application account. You have to make the account and give all of your information. The basic documents which are same for most of the universities in all over the world for PhD. First is that you must have your master studies. You have the transcript of your master and you have the degree of your master. The second thing is that you have a PhD proposal. You have to make the proposal according to your research interest. Research interest. This is very important. You have to spend some time, read some paper, and make a good research proposal. And the third thing is that you have to provide them about the English proficiency. If you have the IELTS, that's good. You can upload the information of the IELTS. If you don't have the IELTS, but your previous studies was in English, then you needed a proficiency certificate from your previous university. And for the application procedure, you also needed two referees. Uh, if you if you work in an industry, then you have like a manager or some person under which you perform some duties. You have to provide their email, their contact information. They are going to send them email to provide the reference letter on behalf of you. And if you are in a university, and then you needed to contact two of your supervisor and ask them to provide their email and contact information for the referees. So you will this information in their application steps, and they will send the email to their professors, and they will give you the information that we send the uh, request for the reference letter. So contact your uh, professors and ask them to give the relevant information for the acceptance letter. Complete online application fee. You have to pay the fee, upload your documents, and complete it, and you will submit your application. So this is the procedure. I just talked some step, but basically you have to look for everything in each university. You have to look their admission requirement. You have to see how much a university is asking for the application fee. So this is the Hong Kong PhD fellowship scheme. If you want to ask a question, please comment. I will give you the answer related to anything. If you needed the information about the research proposal, if you needed the information about the reference letter, if you needed the information how to contact a supervisor, then you can comment and I will make a video or I will reply.